So as a graphic designer, there are definitely some designs that you totally want to forget about, especially in your early stages of becoming a designer. I know for me and a lot of other people, there are cursed images that we lock in the back of our head and we just think to ourselves, oh, my style or my designs are so much better, way better, way better than when I first started out. You're a baby. It's like being a baby and walking for the first time. You don't know Illustrator, you don't know Photoshop, and you damn sure don't know InDesign and After Effects. If you say you do, you're lying. I thought we put aside all of that and look back on my design past and even rework one of those pieces to create something totally new. Got me elated, words get translated. Hello, how are you? My name is Montaa and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So like I said, today's video is going to be me basically taking a look back into my design past, and we're going to be taking one of those works and basically creating something new out of it. So I had this class that was basically a portfolio class. It was like a digital portfolio seminar. Class is the right term, the correct term for it. I had this professor basically teach us what should we be putting in our portfolio, how to do resumes, how to do cover letters, and I honestly really enjoyed the class. It was hard at first for me, but I grew to really like the class, and it's honestly one of the best classes I've taken because I really felt like it was preparing me for the real world, especially in the design industry, trying to get a design job, or just really establishing myself and my personal brands. And yeah, I just felt like that's a class that every designer, not even every designer, but anyone should take to get ready to apply for jobs and learn how to do interviews and write a cover letter and stuff like that. Basically, getting yourself familiar with talking about yourself constantly to people that you want to be associated with, and basically getting used to knowing it really helped me find myself as a designer a lot more with what do I like to do, what do I don't like to do, like what do I want to be, what industry do I want to work in, and I really felt like it helped with that. Yeah, so we had 4 different projects in that class. I think I just remember this one particular project where it was basically we were taking one of our older works that we worked with from our portfolio that we showed first thing in the class, and we had to take that work and basically create something completely new and different. It couldn't be just a redesign. It had to be something to kind of like a continuation of what we worked on. One of the things that I had in my portfolio was this poster, and I remember it was a mental health poster that I entered in a contest when I first started design in high school for Logic's song 1-800-273. It was basically the number for the suicide prevention awareness hotline. The thing that was kind of new about it, how I kind of solved or finished the project was basically doing a web design, like a suicide prevention website. I don't know, I just ended up, it was honestly really hard for me to get to that point because it was so many, I kept thinking about it, keep thinking about the project as like a redesign when it was not like that at all. So it was really challenging for me at first, and then I'm so glad that I came up with that idea because it ended up being one of my favorite projects in the class. So I thought that I would do that again with another work of mine, but for you guys. I wanted to do this project specifically because I had a really great idea for it. Actually, for a project that I did in high school, the very last project that I did before I graduated, basically had to create an entire restaurant from scratch. And I came up with the idea of like a very elegant, very like upscale restaurant called the Blueface. I just had like this dollar sign, like these $100 bills type design, Benjamin Franklin, like this blown up Benjamin Franklin of him on his $100 bill, like blown up with the paper money texture, the monochromatic blues. And I actually really like that, and I think I would do something like that now, like with the textures. I like a texture is really significant to me and a part of my style. It's kind of a crazy thing that I still am doing the same thing that I did a few years back. And I feel like for the time, it was a pretty good project and a pretty rewarding project for me. So I say, let's get into reworking it. I was thinking basically of like what I like to design now, and basically thinking those questions through, like what I was thinking about in the portfolio class. So I did some brainstorming and I ended up thinking that maybe Blueface should be a musical band or a musical artist doing all of this merch for this artist or for this band with like CDs and vinyls and, you know, t-shirts and hoodies and stuff, because that's what I like doing. Still keep like that menu, as maybe the album is called The Menu. I still haven't thought of that all the way through, but I think that's definitely a good start, and to do some sketching, and I'll be right back. Alright, so guys, I just finished sketching and brainstorming a few things in my sketchbook. After reevaluating the project, I found that I wanted to definitely pick a different font or work on the type a little bit more. I also definitely want to keep the menu type like layout for like the poster that I have here design. I feel like that'll be a really cool design, especially for like a merch poster. I have here a CD/vinyl design where I don't think I'm gonna take a Benjamin Franklin, like literally him on the paper money. I'm gonna take somebody else that I think would kind of look like they would be a part of the band, or maybe like 4 different people, or like pictures of 4 different people that look like they're in a band, and basically make them look like they have their own bill or paper money, like them on the paper money. I don't know how to say it. Alright, so guys, it is the next day or next few days. Y'all, here are some photos that I think might work for like my fake band. First one is this kind of like this 70s band, and I thought that would have been a real cool idea of doing like kind of like the resurgence of like a 70s or like 60s band, you know, kind of coming back in the pop culture. I feel like that would have been really cool to brand and to kind of like design for. And I have this like boy band type thing, because boy bands also need a resurgence, I feel like. And I feel like that would be really cool, like a really cool like rap group. Plus I feel like the name Bluefaces would kind of go, you know, like boy all boy band rap group type thing. I think that will really go with the name and everything. Kind of have the essence of like a 90s rap group essence. So I feel like I might go with that. I like probably guys, probably that you know, probably like, you know what, never mind. Let's just get into it. Just finished fixing my threshold. Honestly, the picture came out way better than I expected. There's some things I could still work on, but I think this is a pretty good threshold initial, or like pretty good threshold edit or effect. This is pretty much as close to the picture as I'm gonna get, so I'm gonna take it. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna add the paper money type thing that I downloaded. Like, this is basically pretty blank right here, and it's just like the overall kind of like the border of like where the face will be on a dollar, on a $1 through $100 bill. And I might also put a threshold on there as well, and kind of just see how that goes. And guys, did you know, like, on the thing on Photoshop, you can't just like drag it. You gotta hold shift like an Illustrator. So yeah, the initial design that I'm going for is basically kind of how a regular $100 bill or a paper dollar bill is formatted, just with, you know, a musical artist in the center. I don't want to put the group in a circle like a normal dollar bill. Giving me like I'm about to do a psychedelic poster. I'm kind of loving the 70s vibe instead of the initial like rap vibe, because I feel like a rap group, I don't know, I feel like that's a little predictable, but this is kind of more interesting. I'm kind of actually glad that I went in this direction because I feel like it's gonna be more original instead of because I feel like a rap group would kind of do a Blueface or like I Get Money or like rich type of like I'm rich and you're not type of vibe. But this, it could be, you know, it could be so many different meanings, especially coming from like a 60s 70s band. Yeah, so I'm gonna work a little bit off camera because I don't know, I just feel like sometimes with the camera on, I just feel pressure to kind of like hurry up and Speedy Gonzalez everything. I'm gonna just come back, I'm gonna just work, and when I feel like I can come back, and then I'll show you guys. All right, so guys, basically rounded up all the mock-ups that I was gonna use. So here's the vinyl one, which I used actually for one of the projects in my digital portfolio class. I'm really excited to use it again because I feel like this is a really good, this is one of my favorite mock-ups that I've ever found. This CD case one. Then I have this t-shirt right here, and then I also have a crew neck that I want to do. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all the mock-ups I want to do. So let's get to it. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy, I think we're just gonna do the vinyl one first, since it's literally right here. Just open this up and hide this artwork. And I'm gonna copy my first artboard. Or actually, let me merge it first and then copy it, because it might be a little easier. Or is it? Oh my gosh, I just made it merge the whole thing. Okay, let me see. Never mind. Let me see if it'll work. Sometimes when I just copy it with all the layers, it kind of just doesn't get everything. But hopefully it did. It's taking a while. Oh, it's super big. Yeah, no, there's gotta be some way. I'm gonna just like select those layers and then I'm just gonna merge it. So yeah, basically with mock-ups, if you don't know, there's usually a file. It's usually like a PSB file that you just click on, and it's gonna take you to a separate file where you put the actual artwork in. Instead of just putting it in the mock-up itself, it kind of makes it more of a believable mock-up. So I'm just putting it in here, and I'm just obviously fit it, make it fit the square, make it fit the file. But why is it like that? Maybe, all right, I'm gonna try converting it into a small object. Hopefully that works. In other words, that's another way of making a PSB file. All right, and then after you do this, you're just gonna save it, and it should pop up on your mock-up. Oh my gosh, with the plastic wrapped around it, it looks so good. I think I would just make it a little darker. I'm gonna make like the brightness a little darker so that you can see it, like the plastic a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna keep it at like 30, maybe like, yeah, like 30. I'll keep it, or 31. And then I'm gonna boost up that contrast so you can kind of see the plastic a little bit more in my mock-up. And you know, like when you print something out in CMYK, it looks a little more less saturated. So I wanted that look as well. I'm loving it. I'm loving it already. Okay, so this is the vinyl. Okay, so for the shirt, I think I just wanted to put the band on the front. So I'm gonna actually just take the one that I used. Or let me see if I can go back and basically unbreak that artboard. Oh, it worked. Okay. I thought it wasn't gonna work, but it worked. I need the gradient map too, but I'll get that later. All right, so we're just gonna I'm gonna just put it on this white shirt for now. And here we go. So we got the group. Well, in my original sketch, you guys probably saw I had Benjamin Franklin on the shirt. Ooh, so that's the back. Or no, I can't really tell. It could be either or because they kind of look the same. Okay, so guys, this is pretty much the base of the t-shirt. I think I want to change the track list into like tour dates, so it could be for like an actual like tour, or like for concerts and live shows and stuff like that, but I'm just not sure on how. I don't know if I should add that on the sleeves or maybe on the neckline. No, I definitely want to incorporate that somehow, and then I also want to incorporate some type of texture, but I'm honestly really loving the simplicity. The white is pretty good, or maybe like a light cream, like kind of like an off-white or like an eggshell white, to kind of not make it just like a basic white tee, but at the same time I do kind of like the white because it does kind of give me like that menu type vibe. The menu, I put it on the back, and then I put like blue faces, kind of like if it was like a pocket on the shirt, kind of like that. I just put the logo, little like band logo that I made for them. So I'm gonna add our texture. I'm gonna copy the texture from the last file, the first file that we worked on, and I'm just basically just copy it here. It did it. Okay, I was like, did it do it? Oh yeah, that looks really cool. Got on the shirt a little bit too, which I'm not sure if I like or not. I'm not sure, honestly. And then I said I wanted to add that border, so I think the border from the texture might be better to use. Jokes, I feel like I don't know, I feel like I'm like really boring right now, but like when I get in my work, like when I start designing, like I just be focused. Like I just be real focused, and my ADHD do not flare up. Like I really be focused. That's why I love design so much. It really knows how to keep me focused and disciplined. Oh, that was not a good spot. Okay, so I just feel like I'm like really in the zone right now. So I'm just gonna come back when I finish all the mock-ups and we can finish up the video. All right, so I am back, and without further ado, here is Blueface's album, The Menu. Just like that concludes today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed walking through with me this process of yet another successful project. I would say I wanted to do this for a while now, and if you guys want me to rework some of my other older designs, definitely leave a comment down below, and also give this video a like if you really liked it, and also subscribe to my channel, of course. But yeah, overall I think this came out really well. I was honestly, well, that's how I always am in the beginning of the at the beginning of these projects. I'm just like, I do not know if that is going to turn out right, and sometimes it don't. In this case, it definitely did. I really enjoy this, and this is definitely, I feel like this is definitely an amazing way of, it's just an amazing strategy of taking your older work and kind of reworking it into what you like as of currently or recently in your life. And I think this is one of my favorite designs that I've made as of recently, especially coming from a design funk, or, you know, not really, or burnout. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.